What's good, everybody? This is Algebra-1 with Mr. Peters, the biggest Miami Hurricane fan ever. Today we're going to be talking about a new topic, which is combining like terms. All right? And the focus today is to understand how to add like terms and what like terms are, what constants are, coefficients, and terms. So let's get started for today by writing down our expression. All right. So we have 8x minus 3 plus 4x plus 8 plus 5x minus 2. And what we're going to start off with today is our like terms, right? Our variable like terms. So let's do that. All right. So when we're speaking about like terms, guys, just remember that these are terms that have the same variable. All right. Or should I say have the same exact variable. Okay. So when we look at this problem above, we should know that x is our variable and 4x, 8x, and 5x are all like terms. Okay. They all have the same variable of x. All right. So that's the first part, like terms for our variables. Now, let's go over to the right-hand side and let's talk about our like terms for the constants, right? So these are constants. And what exactly is a constant? So a constant is just a number without a variable. Okay. And when we look above at the expression again, we should see that -3, +8, and -2 are all terms without a variable, right? So those are the constants. Those are the like terms to each other. So let's box this off a little bit too, right? And what we want to do now, we're going to come under like terms for the variables. And let's actually highlight this, right? So these could stick out a little bit. So we know we're talking about variables over here on the left-hand side. And we know the constants. These are numbers with no variable. Okay? So let's go further down the ladder. So now, oops, sorry, wrong tool. Now we're going to be talking about coefficients. So let's write that word out. Coefficients. So the reason why we wrote coefficients right under like terms, right, is because they're very much related. So a coefficient is just the number in front of a variable. That's all it is. So let's write that down. The number in front of variable, and I'll just put /letter, right? Just so we're extremely clear. So if I'm asking for the coefficients in this problem right here, I'm saying, hey guys, what are the numbers in front of my variable x? And you're going to just list those 3 terms, right? Which are 8, that's the number in front of the x, 4, and 5. Okay? And then the last thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about what a term is. We're going to put a definition on it and speak about it shortly for you guys, okay? So let's write this out and let's see if we could get a definition. All right. So a term is a number, variable, or combination that are separated by operation symbols, okay? So let's write that down too. So what exactly do we mean by operation symbols? So we're talking about, and let's just go back in red. Well, let's go back in black so this sticks out just a little bit. We're talking about our addition sign, subtraction sign, multiplication sign, and division. Okay? And we're going to actually give you an example of a term, right? The terms right now. So let's rewrite our expression from above, right? Because we have two more things to talk about. We're going to identify how many terms we have. Actually, let me scroll back up. I almost forgot the problem. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So we're talking about terms and they are separated by our operations. So if we look at our problem right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 terms, right? So let's just make sure we also highlight them. So these are all the terms that we have. And if you notice, they're all separated by either an addition or subtraction sign in this problem, right? It could also be multiplication or division. So we have 6 terms. Now let's go through and actually talk about adding our like terms. So when we're adding like terms, what I tell students to do is to put an addition sign and add everything. And only if it has a negative sign will you put it in parentheses with a negative sign, okay? So let's just talk, let's go ahead and do this right now so you see what I'm talking about. So I have 8x, right? Plus 4x plus 5x. Once I combine all my x's together, right? How many x's am I going to have? And you guys are right. We're going to have 17x, right? So let's just scroll over and let's write this answer over here so we don't forget it, right? And then now we're going to go back and we're going to combine our other like terms, which are the constants, numbers with no variable. So the first number is -3, right? So let's put that in parentheses, plus 8 plus a -2. So the sign in front of the number lets you know whether you're adding or you're subtracting it. And that's the same thing as a positive or negative number. So let me explain a little bit more. -3 plus 8 is going to be the same exact thing as just +8 minus 3. Okay? So once we combine those two, we're going to have 5. All right? We'll bring down our plus -2, right? And this is the same exact thing. We're adding a positive and a negative number, so we're going to subtract. So 5 plus -2 is the same thing as 5 minus 2, and our final answer right there would be 3. So when we put the expression back together by adding like terms, will have 17x plus 3. And this will be our answer once we combine like terms. We cannot combine 17x, and 3 because they both don't have an x. Or they're both not a number without a variable. So thank you guys today for joining us on the notes portion of combining like terms. In our next video, we're going to do some practice and go through more problems on how to combine like terms. This is Algebra-1 with Mr. Peters. Thank you guys for joining us today.